Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I hope this lighting is okay. It has been raining all day and it's been miserable, and as soon as I choose to film a video at 5:45 in the evening, the sun comes out and it's literally shining so bright in here. So I've put my blind down, I've put my ring light on, which is the first time I've actually used this ring light since living in this flat. I didn't even use it when I moved back home for lockdown, so I haven't used it since uni, so yeah, crazy. It is currently dinner time and I've been craving Yo Sushi for the longest time, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get it. So I ordered a Yo Sushi and I thought that I would film a really chilled out video, sit down, have a little chat with you guys. I asked for some assumptions on Instagram, so I'm going to be answering some of those. I've got a Diet Coke, I'm going to show you what I've got to eat. They didn't have everything I wanted, which was kind of annoying. And also I asked to have like soy sauce and stuff in here, but it's not there, so I have got my own sauce. This was in my cupboard. It's the Blue Dragon rich hoisin sauce, which goes really well with sushi. So I just thought I would chill out and have a nice little natter with you guys because I fancied it. Let's see what food we've got. So like I said, they didn't have everything I wanted. I really wanted to get these like what are they called? I think they're called something tacos, like nori tacos, and they are basically like a tofu shell and it's got like salady stuff in it. It doesn't sound very nice, but it is really, really good. But anyway, they didn't have those for some reason, so I got my classic pumpkin katsu curry. It looks delicious, smells delicious. So we've got that one in there. She didn't put any chopsticks in, which actually doesn't matter because I can't really use chopsticks. I have got some kids ones I found in my drawer, but I am gonna use a fork for this video because it will just be a whole messy situation if I try and use chopsticks. I then went for some avocado maki, like little avocado sushi rolls. I thought they'd be nice. And then I don't always get this, but this is like one of my favorite things from Yo Sushi. It's super expensive. I think it's like £4, something ridiculous. But it's a fresh custard dorayaki, and it is honestly delicious. It's basically like, oh my god, is it not vegetarian? It just says gelling agent. Oh no, suitable for vegetarians. Okay, yeah, it's basically like sponge cake with custard in the middle, and it's really good. So I'm gonna save that for when I finish my main. But yeah, so I'm gonna dive straight in, I think, with some of this curry before it gets cold. But yeah, so let me get my assumptions out. I never know, what is this pink stuff on the top of it? Can anyone tell me? Because I never know what that is and I don't know if I like it. Is it, I feel like it's pickled ginger. It's definitely pickled ginger, I don't like it. That is gross, but I'll eat it anyway. Right, let's give this a little mix up because all the sauce is just chilling at the bottom. I would much rather a Yo Sushi over a Wagamama's like any day. I'm just gonna eat a little bit of this first and then I'll jump in with the questions. So I always call these videos mukbangs, but I think it's mukbang or so, I don't know, I never know how to say it. But basically I've never filmed one of these types of videos on my own. I realised earlier I always film it with a friend or like with someone else so that when I'm eating they can talk. But this time it's just me eating, so I'm gonna have to like eat and then it's gonna take a lot of editing basically. Right, this is actually delicious. However, the pink stuff is really like very strong. Right, we're gonna go for a bit of this hoisin stuff. Whack it on with the sushi. I guarantee you I will spill something on either my clothes or my sofa. It literally happens. Every time I eat, I'm the messiest person ever. I always spill food down myself. Like I was having lunch this morning and I was eating with like one of these cushions on my lap. I don't know why, but I always do it. I always eat on the sofa and I spill spaghetti hoops all over my sofa. So that was fun. Okay. Yes, I am using the children's chopsticks for the sushi, don't judge me. Okay, so we're gonna get started on the assumptions. There's not a ton to go through, but I don't want this video to be super long anyway, so I'm gonna answer all of them. So the first one is, you love your own company. Keeping it normal and PG for the first one. Yes, I do love my own company. I would say that I'm really good at like just spending time on my own. I'm super happy to be on my own like most of the time. But I think like most people, even though I am comfortable being on my own, like it does get to a point where I do get bored. So like I do get bored of my own company and like my own thoughts. I do get lonely, but I feel like living on my own works really well for me. Like, I love it. I love my own space. I like things being how I like them to be. And then I've got the best of both worlds, because if I am feeling lonely or bored, I just see friends. Like, I meet up with people all the time. I'm constantly like hanging out with people and like having company and stuff. Like, I probably see somebody like every other day, so I don't go like a crazy long time without any company. So yeah, I would say all in all, I do really like my own company. Okay, so this next one really made me laugh. Someone said, "You've dated a lot of people since your ex. Not really an assumption, but nosy about your love life, lol." I thought that was so funny. I was like, go on, you ask it if you want. A lot of people since my ex. So I have been single for like just under a year now. So around Christmas time it will be a year. So I have been single for quite a long time. It feels like longer, to be honest, but I think because so much has changed in my life since then. Like, that relationship was at uni, and the thought of uni just feels like so long ago. So it does feel like a really long time ago. And also, like, I don't see that person anymore. There's like no chance of me ever bumping into them. I have no contact with them at all. Like, things ended fine in the end. Like, we did kind of resolve things and like make peace with each other, but we don't have any contact. So for me, like, it does feel like a long time ago. To answer your assumption, yeah, I guess I have dated quite a few people, considering it's been like lockdown and stuff for like the majority of my single time. I have, yeah. I'm not gonna like give you exact number of how many dates I've been on, but like recently I've been on a few. I think since living here and having my own place and like being able to go out and do what I want and go on dates and stuff, go for drinks with people, has like been really nice and has worked really well. Over lockdown, obviously, I literally didn't date. I think I went on a date with like 1 or 2 boys, like went on socially distanced walks and stuff like that. But yeah, apart from that, not really, because before it was lockdown, it was kind of too soon for me, really. And then yeah, since it's been locked down, I haven't been able to like kind of date as a normal person. But yeah, it's kind of getting more back to normal now. So I hope that gives you something to work with. Somebody said you're really confident. I would not say I'm really confident, but I think compared to a lot of people, I probably am seen as quite a confident person. I feel like I know myself quite well. Like a majority of the time I'm pretty confident in myself, and like I'm not one of those people that needs reassurance all the time from other people. I get that some people are like that, but for me personally, like for example, if I went shopping with my friends and I really liked something, I wouldn't be like, do you guys think this would look good on me? Do you like this? Like, I wouldn't necessarily get their opinion on it. If I really liked it, I would just buy it regardless whether they liked it or not. So I guess that's kind of like a trait of someone who is confident, I suppose. So yeah, I would say I'm confident. I'm definitely not overconfident, and I definitely have days where I do feel really crap about myself. So I wouldn't say like I'm a super confident person, but yeah, like in comparison to lots of people, I probably would say I'm quite confident. Like, I know what I want. The same person also assumed that I eat really healthy all the time. Definitely not true. Like, if I told you my diet from yesterday or the day before, or literally like the last few days, it's been awful. I've been eating pot noodles for lunch. I've been having like pasta for dinner. I snack a lot. Like, when I'm on my own and I get bored, I literally snack so much. Obviously, this is quite a healthy dinner. I've eaten pretty healthy today. I had a bagel for lunch. I then had spaghetti hoops on toast with a mountain of cheese on, so that wasn't that healthy. I then had some crisps, and now I'm eating this. I will probably eat like some ice cream or something later. Like, I think when I'm on my own, I tend to snack a lot and I eat quite unhealthy snacks. I drink quite a lot of alcohol, like when I go out with my friends and stuff, so obviously that's not healthy. But I try and have a balance. I feel like at least a couple of times a week I will make myself like a really healthy dinner, and I make myself drink like juices and stuff like that to kind of counteract the unhealthy eating. But no, I would never want people to think that I eat healthy, because even in like my what I eat in a day videos, I don't eat particularly healthy. Like, I will genuinely show what I'm eating. So yeah, it's literally all about balance. This one made me laugh. This is so weird. Someone put, "You seem like the type of girl that always has an umbrella in her bag just in case." How am I giving off that vibe to anyone? I literally think that is such a funny assumption. No, definitely not me. My mum always goes on at me to carry an umbrella around. My mum is the type of person to always carry an umbrella, but I didn't get that trait off her. That didn't like come to me in the gene pool. I am quite bad with stuff like that. I'm not like forgetful, but quite often I will go out and I won't take a coat or an umbrella, and then it'll start raining and I'm like, oh, look, I'm not always that prepared with things like that. Somebody put on here, you'll never date a black guy, and I feel like that is really weird for someone to message me on there. That is not true. Like, no. You wish you could do YouTube full-time. I had a couple like that actually. Someone said you wish you could do YouTube full-time. Someone else said you will quit YouTube once you start your job properly. Neither of these are true. I don't want to do it full-time. When I first got management, when I was back in uni, my manager said to me that if I wanted to do it full-time, I could, but I'd have to take on like every brand deal I ever got offered. And for me, like, that's not what I'm about. That's not why I do my channel, and that's not what I would want to do. Like, I would hate to have to accept every brand deal just so that I could live. Like, my channel would be rubbish if I did that. So no, I wouldn't want to do it full time. Also, I think it would get really lonely. Like, I would be so bored and lonely if I just did this all the time. I love keeping it as a hobby. Like, yes, it's amazing when I earn a bit of money from it here and there, but I would never want it as a job. Also, I feel like going to uni would have been a waste if I just did YouTube full time. And then to answer the other question, no, I'm not going to quit YouTube. I really don't think I will ever do that in the foreseeable future anyway. Like, if I can help it, I won't quit. Like, YouTube is my hobby and I love doing it in my spare time, and I think if I didn't have YouTube to do and like YouTube videos to make, I literally wouldn't have a hobby. So I would be ridiculously bored on my days off, and I feel like I'd have nothing to like work for that was like a personal goal. So no, I'm not going to quit, and no, I don't want it to be my full-time job. Somebody said, you're always either in a relationship or dating boys because you don't like being alone. I can kind of like see the truth in this, but I do feel like a lot of people are like this. Like, all my friends that I know either have a boyfriend or they're dating someone or like going out dating. And I just don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's human nature. I think people like to feel wanted, like, you know, whether you are in a relationship or not. Like, most of the time, a lot of people like having that person there to talk to. So yeah, I am dating, and I am usually dating or like talking to guys, at least if I don't have a boyfriend or if I'm not in a relationship. And I just think that's like quite normal. Obviously, I'm not saying everyone has to do that. I know that lots of people are like more than happy to just be single, but for me, yeah, I do quite like having someone to message, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, I think it's fun. If I'm a bit bored, I will go on Tinder and I'll have a little swipe through, and there's no harm in like talking to a few different people. There's no harm in like admitting that you like having someone to talk to, because I think if not, I do get a bit bored and I end up messaging my friends and annoying them when they're trying to hang out with their boyfriends. I'm like, message me, I'm bored. Like, yeah, of course I like to have someone to talk to. Like, I think that's quite a normal thing. Okay, next one. Your parents are rich and pay for everything for you. I knew that one would come up. I've addressed this so many times before. I'm not going to go into it again, but I will just say this, that I am in a very, very lucky and fortunate position. My parents are great. My parents are the best parents ever. They have worked super, super hard for their money, and they are very kind enough to be generous and help me out because they can afford to. And I have said this before, I know not everyone's in that situation, and I'm very aware of that and like very grateful for the fact that they can help me out. But yes, they do help me out. They don't pay for everything I do. Like, I just started a full-time job, so you know, I do earn my own money as well. I've managed to save up a lot of money from YouTube since I started like kind of earning from it. Like, I do make my own money, but yes, I am very grateful that they do help me out. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave it there purely because I can see this video is already kind of long. I feel like a lot of it is probably just clips of me eating, so I'm gonna have to cut those out because no one wants to hear that. But this is delicious. I will finish off all of this. Like, I feel like I'm eating it really slowly, but I am so hungry. I will also eat my dessert thing as well. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video here because I just really want to watch Gilmore Girls, and I've got some texts to respond to, and I don't want to bore you all, and I just want to eat and enjoy my food without having to talk and like try not to show the food. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. Please do give it a thumbs up if you did. Also guys, can I just say, if you've never had pumpkin katsu curry, please have it. It's honestly delicious. I know it sounds gross, like the thought of eating pumpkin. I don't like the thought of that, but this is beautiful. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. leave any video suggestions down below. Make sure you like the video, make sure you're subscribed, and yeah, let me know if you enjoyed like a little assumptions video, because I feel like it's going to be so much easier for me to do sit down videos like this. So if you want any more things like this, any Q&As, like advice videos, confessions, assumptions, let me know, because I can do that. But yeah, I hope you're all really well, and I will see you all very soon. Goodbye.